In this video, I will be demonstrating exercise 9.1, deploying software to users, and exercise 9.2, using software restriction policies. In exercise 9.1, we will be deploying Microsoft Framework to users. So I've already copied the netfx folder from the installation disk and I placed it in the MSI folder you see here, and I've shared that, leaving its default share name as MSI. So now I'm going to go to the Group Policy Management console, and we're going to create a new GPO and link it to the domain 01.local. You can see we right click. I'm going to call this GPO softdist1 for software distribution 1. I'm going to click OK. Now I'm going to click the plus sign next to the group policy objects folder. And then we're going to right click on softdist1 and click edit. And we're going to go to user configuration. We're going to go to policies, software settings. We're going to click software installation. We're going to right click and go to properties. Then we're going to go to the categories tab. We're going to click add. Then we're going to type in development tools. We're going to click OK, as well as OK again. And now we're going to right click on software installation, go to new, and click package. And now instead of browsing to the folder or the file that we need, we're going to type in the share name, which is //rwdc01 /MSI, which is also referred to as the UNC path. We're going to select the netfx MSI package. We're going to click open. And right now we're just going to select advanced so that we can try out a couple things. I'm going to click OK. And we're going to click on the deployment tab, and we're going to ensure that it's selected as published. And we're going to keep everything as default. And we're going to go to the categories tab, and we're going to move the development tools and click select and make it a part of the development tools category. Now we're going to log in as the administrator account for domain 01 on our partner server. As you can see, if we go to control panel, programs and features, you'll see that the net framework is not installed on this machine yet. When we click install from the network, you'll see it's available for us. It's available because we left it as publish. When we make it publish, it means that users are able to select which software is most useful to them and therefore install it. You'll see if we go to admin tools, there's no Microsoft Framework option here. So we're going to switch back over to server 01. We're going to go back to the group policy management console. And now we're going to edit the softdist GPO again, and this time, instead of making the netfx installer package published, we're going to make it assigned so that it's installed when the user logs on. So to do that, we're going to select assigned, and we're going to check the install this application at logon checkbox. We're going to click OK. Now we're going to close out of both the management editor and the group policy management snap-in. And we're going to switch over to our partner server and log back in. As you can see, we're getting the notification message saying installing managed software, Microsoft.NET Framework 1.1. So now you'll see if we go back to the programs and features, it's already installed. And now if we go back to administrative tools under the start menu, you'll see that we are now given the option to configure it. In exercise 9.2, we'll be using software restriction policies to restrict Internet Explorer. So on our server 01, we're going to go to the group policy management console, and we're going to right click on domain01.local and click create a GPO and link it here. We're going to call this one SRP1 for software restriction policy. Now we're going to go over to the group policy objects and right click the SRP1 and click edit. I'm going to go to User Configuration, Policies, Window Settings, Security Settings, and we're going to right-click Software Restriction Policies and click New Software Restriction Policy. Then we're going to click the plus sign and we're going to go to Additional Rules. Then we're going to right-click Additional Rules and we're going to click New Path Rule. And Path, we're going to click Browse, and we're going to browse to the Program Files location of Internet Explorer. So we're going to click Computer, Local Disk, Program Files, and Internet Explorer. We're going to select the IExplorer.exe file. You can see right there. So we're going to click that one, and we're going to click OK. We're going to make sure the security level is set to disallowed because we do not want to be able to open Internet Explorer. We're going to click OK, and we're going to close out of the Group Policy Management Editor and the snap-in. We're going to move back over to our Server 02. We're going to log in as the same account we logged in before. You'll notice that when we try to open up Internet Explorer, we get a message saying the program is blocked by group policy. That is a result of what we just did on the domain controller. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use Xcopy to copy over the files to the desktop, specifically the IExplorer.exe, and we're going to try to open it from our desktop. So as you can see, we are able to open up Internet Explorer from our desktop. This is because the group policy object that we created was to restrict software from being opened from a specific path, being the program files Internet Explorer from that specific path. As you can see here, this is one of the ways to get around this specific group policy object. So of course, there's a way to get around this as well. That way is to create a hash rule. And to do that, we're going to again go to Group Policy Management Console. We're going to right click on Domain and Local, click Create a GPO, and we're going to call this one SRP2. Click OK, then we're going to right click on SRP2 under the Group Policy Objects node, and we'll click Edit. We're going to go to User Configuration, Policies, Window Settings, Security Settings, Software Restriction Policies. We're going to right click and click New Software Restriction Policy. Now we're going to expand the node and we're going to click Additional Rules. I'm going to right click Additional Rules and we're going to click New Hash Rule. Now again, we're still going to have to browse to the IExplorer.exe file. So we're going to Local Disk, Program Files, Internet Explorer. We're going to select the iExplorer.exe file. And it's going to automatically fill in the file information. As you can see, we're going to also make sure that the security level is set to disallow. Now the file information is what it uses to create the hash. So we have those settings defined. We're going to click OK. We're going to close out of the Group Policy Management Editor and the Group Policy Management snap-in. We're going to go back to Server 02 and we're going to log back in. As you can see, now it's giving us that this program is blocked by group policy. This is because we set the group policy to restrict the program based on its hash, and the hash matches with the iExplorer.exe. This is the end of my video for Lab 9 in INTC 2050. See you next time.